TOMz.
Oh, Sanbonani Dumelanga Sheni, and welcome to yet another new, fresh, exciting episode of Teenagers on a Mission, right here on SABC 1 with live and TV. How on?
Yes, most definitely. The two awesome birds are definitely in the building. We're about to take you guys into another beautiful world of life science and technology. So today we're all about autism spectrum disorders. We're going to be hanging out with somebody who's going to be telling us more about it, and we're going to see how young people are doing great, Archer.
Absolutely right. Now, that have disabilities that seem to just be normal.
Yes.
But okay, they actually have difficulties in communication as well as social interaction.
Yes, so these people live in their isolated world, right? So we're going to be talking more about that without wasting any time. Why are we still here?
Why though? Let's get the show on the road.
From a very young age, Christian and Analality high senses, his sensitivity and stimulus can diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, who is 13 years old. Asperger's syndrome is a characteristics setting. The term autism is 1911 symptoms that are related to schizophrenia. Handling the book autism for school. The TOMz quiz. Let's go.
Alright, Tim, Zanti Nako, if it's clear for you and I to conversate on social media. Now, I'm telling you about first why do people live in isolation or in isolated worlds? Let's see what you guys had to say on Facebook. They live in isolation because they feel like they're not part of society. Valid point. They live in isolation because they feel like they're discriminated against. Sure. Now this all needs to change. Thank you so much for all those comments. Keep them coming in on social media. On Facebook, we are TOMz. On Twitter, at TOMz_SABC_1. Right now, it's going to Batini. Let's go, Kav. Alright, take a bafethu namhlanje we're all the way in KZN. Yes, in KZN, and namhlanje ke silana eSibusisiwe Comprehensive Technical High School. We've heard what you guys had to say on social media. Right now, asibonisa kahle abangani bethu bona bacabangani. Sawubona siswami?
Yebo sawona.
Unjani?
Sawuphila.
Inathuthukile nje.
Yeah, ngithukile.
Hayi ungawari. Okay, ngicela nje ukuthi kahle kahle igama lakho ubani?
Igama lami uSamkelisi wamkhwanazi.
Wenza grade ba like
Enza grade 12.
Alright, take siswami ngithi invisible disability ngikhuluma ngani?
Khuluma ngokugula ongakwazi ukubona abantu ongaphakathi kumuntu. Ongaba ukugula kwengqondo. Nawo onke lento ngaphakathi.
Isifo umuntu usekhubazekile kodwa isingabonakala singaphakathi. So ngenzeka ubukhubazeke ngokwengqondo.
Okay, so seswami siyazi umuntu bekhubazekile sometimes uba isolated ne ayihlalele yedwa ngaphandle abanye abantu bamvalele ngaphandle. Why do you think that is?
Ngicabanga ukuthi ingoba usuke mhlambe esaba ukuvela kubantu ngoba yena uhlukile kunabanye abantu.
Anindaba ucabanga ukuthi kubalekile ukuthi simeseke njalo.
Balekile ngoba since engafani nabanye abantu kumele yena simsupport simtshengise ukuthi siyamthanda umuntu ngisho ngaba nasiphi isifo kodwa siyamthanda.
Thank you so much for answering all the questions. But first, autism spectrum disorders, and we're focusing on Asperger's syndrome. To learn more about this, check this video out.
Asperger's syndrome is a developmental disorder that affects information processing. This neurological condition is characterized by a degree of impairment in language, communication skills, a repetitive, obsessive, restrictive patterns, behaviors between the ages of 5 and 9, even after that. But we have an intelligence language development but the social skills they have odd speech patterns, the facial expressions, body language. They have extreme sensitivity to certain stimuli, clumsiness, motor skills. The term autism is Eugene Bleuler, a Swiss psychiatrist in 1911, who the symptoms of schizophrenia. Asperger's syndrome, but the 1940s, AVNS pediatrician, Hans Asperger, autism like behaviors, social skills. Autism le schizophrenia ba qadile ho ikopantsha ka the 1960s ebile ho na le dingaka tse ngata tse kgonang ho re thusa he re utlwisisa autism ka mahara bana ba banyane. Behavioral therapy and highly controlled learning environments e qadile ho fihla ka the 1980s le the 1990s ho re tsebisa he ka bana ba banyane ba leng ko primary school ba sokodisang ke autism.
So, our researchers have actually found out that autism promotes high intelligence with a heightened mental ability.
Absolutely right. Now, abantu abane autism are associated with specific strengths. Now, bane intense focus, my boy.
Yeah.
Like bapinde baba futhi nelihlo lokhozi for detail, as well as an excellent pattern recognition.
Yes, abantu esikhuluma ngabo ke bafethu sikhuluma ngabantu abafana njengo Bill Gates, abantu abafana njengo Albert Einstein, yabona abantu abafana njengo Fresh by Caddy. Right now we're going to take a short ad break. Tell us what you think about today's episode. Hit us up on our social media pages. We'll be back.
Boy, autism.
And just like that, Buffets, we are back on your television screens. And teenagers on a mission on your #1 channel, SABC Mzansi, for sure. I hope Nisa grand and Nisa relax because our episode still continues.
Absolutely right. I'm talking about ASD, autism spectrum disorder.
Yep.
Now we do know that that is a name of a group of disorders which actually includes a series of symptoms.
Yes, so Namsha, we're hanging out with the amazing Christian who has Asperger's syndrome. And how does he actually live with this disability?
Tell you what, this is definitely a must-see. Let's go back. Oh, Nazoga Mzansi once again running the streets of Johannesburg. Yabona namhlanje kuyanetha and sefelens eRandburg. Tell you what, namhlanje behlangana nomunye mfethu oshaya kakhulu into yakhe regardless of his circumstance. So sifunda kabanzi ke ngenye disability futhi namhlanje. So stick around because today is going to be nothing short of amazing. With that being said, bafethu, let's go inside.
Hi, welcome.
Hey man, how's it going?
Good. I am Christian. I am from here in South Africa. I have lived here for 21 years.
Okay, cool. So today we're on a mission to find out more about your disability, but also the great things that you're doing for yourself. So can we sit down to have a chat?
Yeah, of course, no problem.
After you. So let's talk more about your disability. Tell me, what are you diagnosed with?
Well, with autism, I have a disability of Asperger's. It raises my senses higher than the average human senses are.
Yeah.
Like my feel, my touch, my taste. Yeah.
Okay. With all of that being said and done, I want to know, as someone that's living with the disability autism, I want to know what are some of the challenges that you had to undergo growing up?
Well, I had a lot of challenges. Like I had a lot of ways to fit in with different types of schools. Like there was a lot of teachers and schools that really couldn't cope with my disability, so it was very hard for me. I found maybe a few kids picking on me because I was different, and it really was a difficult time for me because I wanted to just be treated like just a normal kid, but I was picked on because I was different.
And how did you actually deal with all of that?
Well, the thing is, I did have a lot of good friends helping me along the way, but my family most helped me to realize that no matter what people say to me, I just need to face I don't really need to think that this disability is a curse. It's more like a gift that can help me get through in life.
Research ends the scientists bana ba banyane ba nang le autism seem to be more attached to their parents. Mpa batswadi ba bona ha ba se bone seo ka lebaka la hore they seem to be disconnected. Bana ba banyane le batho ba baholo ba nang le autism ba sokola ho bona batho ba bang hore hantlentle ba nahanneng ebile ba ikutlwa jwang. Batho ba nang le autism ba sokola ho tseba hore batho ba bangata ba nang le di-goals, perspectives le di-aspirations tse e leng tsa bona. Taba eo ya hore ba ska kgona ho utlwisisa ke yone e kgonang ho ba thibela hore ba bone hore hantlentle motho o mong o santsane a hloetsang.
Right, cool. So let's talk more about your diving, right? Please tell me a little bit more about that. How did you actually fall in love with it, and when did you start, and how far have you actually come?
Well, I started diving. I started diving when I turned 18. It was a gift from my parents when I turned 18. I thought for sure it was going to be a good experience, but also at the same time, I thought maybe it's just going to be one of those like pool dives, like you come in every day and you just, but as I got to it and as we got to more of the experience and training and the more we went overseas in that, I found it was a whole different world from land to the sea. I mean, everything was so different, everything was so pure and clean. Literally, I felt, as soon as I dropped down there, I felt like it was more like all the troubles I had just disappeared.
So one of the challenges that you actually face, and you did mention, is isolation. I want to know, why do you think people isolate people that actually live with a disability, be it visible or invisible?
Well, the thing is, for isolations, it's like, for me, you see, even though my friends would go out with each other, I felt like I would be more of a drag to them. So I literally wanted to just stay in my room and just not really talk to anyone and just imagine. I would sometimes imagine having imaginary friends. Like I would sometimes think that I would be a hero and some people would be called a villain. So it's sort of like those kind of challenges I face.
I see.
My fear of like people thinking, why is this guy so different from all other people? Why is he such a well, like, I would sometimes think that people sometimes would think they would be calling me a freak.
Sure. So rumor has it that you actually enjoy giving back and you're an ambassador for something. Please tell me a little bit more about it.
Well, we do like a tradition in our family, Cupcakes for Cancer. So many kids have cancer. So we try and raise as much amount of money for those kids who have cancer. I want to show people that giving back to other people that are less fortunate than others is to help them, just give them a little bit more of hope. Never to let things be dragged and never let people drag them down, but to raise their spirits.
See.
Ho na le a range of teaching and communication technologies e sebedisang ke batho ba na le autism. Batho ba nakong e ngata ba hloleha ke speech, ba na le di-language problems ebile ba kgone ho communicate hantle le batho ba bang. Ho na le product e bitsang hore ke the Blue Bee Pulse, ke a plus toy e leng hore re kgona ho kopana le di-app, di-smartphones, tablets, laptops le any Bluetooth enabled device. Device eo ena le technology e kgonang ho thusa di-students tsa teng hore ba ithute ka socialization, e phahamise di-communication skills tsa bona ka hore ba bine, ba bale ebile ba alebe di-phone calls. TOMz AI can stream any song, any app, educational software and activities tse kgonang ho ba thusa he hore ba be le attention span tse telele by promoting fun interaction and exciting communication.
So you did mention that you do like going out, but do you want to know, do you still enjoy time to yourself? Do you take time to actually recuperate?
Well, my parents mean the world to me. I mean, if I hadn't had them together and helping me around, I would feel like I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't have gotten far without them. Mostly, when my brother was born, I was very happy. I mean, he was like the most big part of my life. It brings me so joy that no matter what people think about my family, I would say to them, I've got a family who loves me and cares for me no matter where I am.
So you did say that learning for you was a bit of a challenge, right? Let's talk about some of the technological machinery or devices that actually helped you or enhanced you mentally as well.
Well, I would mostly go on the computer, and sometimes I would actually want to research about what happened in the olden countries. So like say for instance, I'm really fascinated with ancient traditions of Japanese, of the samurai code. And I started reading a lot about it, and I found it was so impressive of how many people can come together to claim victory over to claim victory on people who prey upon the weak. So as I started learning, as I started using laptops and using it for information guidance, I started reading more about olden history of olden history of Japanese cultures. I mean, like what did they do around the world? I mean, like, how would they defend their honor? So it was practically a good thing for me.
Sure. Oh man, ngiyazibonela nani bafethu abantu abane-Asperger's syndrome can actually live a life full of joy, success, and definitely independence.
Yeah, so guys, namhlanje niyazi ukuthi sikhuluma nge-autism spectrum disorders, right? Sifuna ukwazi ukuthi nina nicabangani nge-Asperger's syndrome nokuthi khona umuntu enimaziyo onayo le disability lena. Hit us up on our social media pages. Khona manje we're going to take a short at break. Don't move, don't shift. Join us, guys. We'll be back.
So interesting to see.
TOMz.
Salamukela futhi mzansi nisihleli nathi uchungechunge lo hlelo evutha malangabi. Iteenagers on a mission khona lana ku SABC 1 mzansi for sure.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us, Bafethu. Namhlanje we're all about the autism spectrum disorder, specifically focusing on the Asperger's syndrome. Today we hang out with Christian ophila ngale disability Bafethu and ushela kabanzi ukuthi kahle kahle in life iyaqhubeka noma abantu bangathi une disorder. Without wasting any time, let's go check it out.
Alright, so with all that being said and done, I want to know, where do you see yourself in the future, or what do you want to see? What do you want to do in the future?
Mostly, I want to travel the world, and I'm still passionate about my diary, so I want to do that. But also at the same time, I want to go travel to different schools. I want to travel to different countries. I want to show kids what it means to be, what people like in the outside world when you have a disability, and people might say you're nobody. People might say you will never achieve anything in life. You will just be alone for the rest of your life. I want to travel to different schools and different countries with people that have disability. I want to stand up on that stage. I want to tell them, no matter what people say, no matter how different you may be, never think you're useless. Never think you're not worth the time. You go, you fight, and you bring yourself to your goals that you want to be who you really are. Don't let people change who you want to be. Just be yourself. And keep pushing no matter where you are.
Hayi ke mzansi nazo-ke na uzibonele bafethu mina namhlanje ngifunde kakhulu, and if there's one thing that actually stood out for me namhlanje ukuthi kahle kahle there is no limitations in this life thing. Go for what you want regardless of your circumstance. Ucabanga, do it. There we have it mzansi. We came, we saw, and we definitely accomplished. It's a beautiful day. Goodbye. This is a mission accomplished. Alright Mzansi, it's that time again where we get to put your knowledge to the test with our TOMz quiz challenge. Now lapha ungadlala nathi kwinkundla zezokuxhumana on Facebook and on Twitter. Uthi kahle kahle iyiphi impendulo ucabanga ukuthi iyona. Right now though, I want to know which school we're visiting today and who will reign supreme when it comes to the TOMz Speed Round Master. Let's play.
Dumelang kaofela you TOMzers, la tseba hore le kgethehile haholo ho rona ebile re le rata haholo, and that is why mo lenaneng la kajeko le leng ra checkela Sibusise Comprehensive Technical High School. La tseba hore re ikemiseditswe to have some fun with you guys ha ntse re ithuta ka lefatshe le makatsang la science and technology. Lights, camera, and action. Are you ready to experience the ultimate edutainment? Re etse ntho e ba bitsang gore ke a focus group mo le reng ra bona rona re ka itukisa kae as TOMz. Ra ba fa le dibuka tse makatsang that will empower the learners and keep them motivated. Dibuka tse di tlo ba thusa ka career guidance hobane ke nako e tshwantseng ba nahane ka bokamoso ba bona. It's cool to be smart guys, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Let's go and we did exactly that at the dance off challenge. The presenters started against each other, and then we gave the learners a chance to see who could outdance them.
TOMz quiz challenge.
We tested their knowledge with the TOMz quiz where we saw Team A winning the first round.
All of the above. Alright, see.
Later to the second round, Morleng Rabona grade 12 learner knocking everyone out. This speed round mastered.
Alright, congratulations to Belihle for making it through to the TOMz Speed Round Master. Uzizwa kanjani manje?
Ngizizwa ngifeel happy like never before.
Like never before, ne?
Yeah.
Okay, yeke but wami now into ezoyenzeka manje ne? Ngifuna ungithathele the exact same pattern there, ungibekele yona kwindawo ehlukile. Angifuni enkulu on top of a small one, right? You have 2 minutes to do exactly that much.
Hello, Luna, but let's check a school. All you have to do is email tomz@sabc.co.za. Hutsibama, Luna, go check a school on Sahau.
Sisekhona impela isikhathi yasambe bhuti wami samba. Nazoke. Bhuti wami, unfortunately, uzibonile now ukuthi wenzeni ukuchazela abantu nje.
Hey, Flopile. Hayi mashiva.
Alright, thank you so much for playing with us. It's TOMz quiz. You guys are always a jump. Konamai, jump into the future. So what's happening in the world of autism spectrum disorders? Check this out.
The symptoms of autism come the infants senyane ho tlokhona bo thusa ba santsane ba le banyane. Hona le research engwe e ba etsang ka hore ba khona ho fumana new technology e tlokhona ho re bontsha the activity of 19s and their effects during brain development ka mahara batho bana le autism. Hona le a trial drug e bitsang hore ke arbaclofen e le hore ka khona hore thusa hore etse merana e khona go thita batho bana le autism e ba thusa ka di communication skills tsa bona le repetitive behaviors. Intensive early intervention programs can cheba tlo sebedisa ho thusa di toddlers tse nang le autism who improve the social and communication skills tsa bona le brain activity and social responsiveness. A small but growing number of areas creating innovative programs can cheba tlo sebedisang here for research ya autism mo bokamosong ba rona ho thusa bana ba banyane ba kenang sekolo ba nang le autism.
Unfortunately, we've come to the end of the show. Mzansi kodwa sifuneka banzi-ke bafethu about one of the invisible disabilities akhona lana emhlabeni. Futhi ke siyabona ukuthi kahle abantu abaphila a normal life full of joy and success. Futhi ke sifundile namhlanje kahle a disability is definitely not a dysfunctionality. Now please bafethu, do keep those comments coming in. Kuyinkundla zokuxhumana bafethu on Facebook, we are TOMz, on Twitter @TOMz_SABC_1.
Yes, for more information, you know what to do. Visit our website www.sabceducation.co.za/TOMz to get more information. I'm Fresh by Caddy on Twitter.
And I'm Sia_G on Twitter. And stick around to find out what's coming up next time on TOMz. Right now though, it's goodbye.
Shabam fellow relating on the next episode of TOMz. Prochakala the National Library of South Africa. Ritutaka the preservation technology the National Library. Ritutaka the national treasure telling the buka that is only available at the National Library of South Africa. Rifumanatibaka the launch of the first library efikile mo Africa boro. Rabona horobukamo sabora burcharting when it comes to independent learning. Uskalebala shebella teenagers on a mission kalabun labushanu ka 2:30 mo SABC 1 Mzansi Fisher.